This is for all those people who are now all of a sudden Red Heifer prophets and scholars that think they know what they're talking about. You don't. Trust me. What everybody is sharing on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and every other site is lies. There's not one truth in what's being shared. And I'm kind of amazed that so many people are not researching for themselves on what's going on here. The altar that they showed on CBS is not the altar of the Red Heifer. It's another altar. It's for the public to see what an altar would be like for the temple. It has nothing to do with the Red Heifer. I was telling everybody almost 10 years ago that the Red Heifer will be the final abomination of desolation. Why was I saying this? Because I prayed about it, I researched it, and it took me 3 years before I even came out and said one word about what I had prayed about and what I had found. I can tell you that when this Red Heifer is burnt, it is going to bring something on this earth that is ancient and evil that no one has ever seen before in our lifetime. This is why it's the abomination of desolation, because it will be sacrificed. I don't even want to say a sacrifice. It will be burnt on the Mount of Olives near the site of Jesus where he was crucified. That is an abomination. Did you know after Jesus resurrected and ascended to heaven, the early Christians used to pilgrimage to the site of the Mount of Olives where Jesus was crucified and ascended? And they called that the holy place because the temple no longer had a holy place. The Holy of Holies was about to be destroyed 40 years from then. That was the holy place that Jesus mentioned in Matthew 24. This is the holy place that he spoke of, that he said Daniel the prophet spoke of in Daniel 12. This is the abomination of desolation. This will cause the whole entire world to be in a tailspin. If what Malki did in September of 2019 with the 70 nations Noahide sacrifice, that was blasphemy. And if what he did there caused what we saw in 2020, which I believe he did, that was judgment on the world. And this is going to be 100 times worse. So all these people sharing these videos have no clue of really what is going on with this. It's not about the temple. They don't care about the temple. They don't need a temple. People need to understand that. If you remember, David had his tabernacle on the Mount of Olives before the temple was built. So there is no need for a temple because you are the temple of God. We as Christians that follow Jesus Christ and believers make up the temple of God. So I think most of you probably need to research a little bit better and be careful on who you follow, because deception is rampant, because Satan's time is short and this is his little season. And one last thing, could you imagine if I was some click whore like these YouTubers are? I would have had 40 billion views in a year, with these guys getting 1.3 million views in 3 weeks. Give me a break.